Hello, my lovely people. Look at that. Can you hear that? That's beautiful. I could honestly sit here for hours. But I just came back from a boxing session, my first one. Knuckles are still kind of red. I don't look as bad as I did when I just finished. Still kind of bad, but I wanted to talk to you guys about failure, and chances are you've encountered failure. And on my way back, I was met with it. Now, I won't go into detail about what it was specifically, but I can safely say, on not only my behalf but yours, that it's painful. It's a wound. It's a reminder that you came up short, that you let down not only yourself but the people that believed in you. You think about these goals you had in mind, and you think about the people that were cheering you on, the people that were in your corner, that you always believed to be on your side, and then when you fail and when you have nothing to offer, it almost feels as though they spit on you. And your failure at that point and in that moment isn't just about you anymore, it's about the people around you. And it presses harder and harder into your wound as you question, you feel betrayed. You think that the one group of people in your life that you thought would come to embrace your circle has now just betrayed you. And I'm sorry for my overdue pauses. It's just a lot of reflection. It's a heavy feeling in this video. This is unfiltered, raw, unedited, no cutting, no redoing 10 times. This is just authentic, and it hurts. And as though that wasn't bad enough, as if being reminded of your failure wasn't bad enough, it just doesn't feel right either. You know, because we have set goals in mind, we have set realities, and in our realities, we believed our goal to be part of them. You didn't just believe that this was a goal, you believed this was your mission, this was your identity. You saw this in your future. You saw your future self embracing this, doing this, fitting into this role. And this was just a part of you. This wasn't anything that came out on a whim or just a little task you had in mind. This was quite literally your identity. And so, what do you do when you have to accept that that's not your reality, that's not your identity? What do you do when failure hits you like a truck, when your entire world is flipped upside down? What do you do when the people you love start to question your work ethic, the same people that always admired your ambition and hard work? What do you do when they start to question your ethics and what you stand for? What do you do? And I've thought about this question for a very long time. Mind the train. It's a nice background sound. But I thought about this question for a very long time, and I guess the only answer I've come to is to simply move on. To simply accept the circumstances, but to not let them define me. And it sucks too when you work so hard towards something and there's no recognition for it. Some people say that there's not meant to be recognition for it, And some people say that recognition comes later. And some people say that not everybody gets to have recognition. And I honestly think they're all correct. I think that hard work doesn't always correlate with being noticed for it. We all have our moments. We're all going to experience them, given if we work towards them. But they're not going to be at the same time. And you just want to be recognized too. Because on top of failure, you thought you would be recognized, given you wouldn't fail. But you did. And when you failed, that praise that you want, you don't get to have. And it's just a domino effect. You don't get the praise, you don't get the acknowledgement, you don't get the approval you sought out for. And that's the thing. Maybe not everybody seeks approval, but there is some sense of wanting, of acceptance, and fitting into this identity. Like, hey, look, I made it, right? You look for those people at that finish line, but then you don't reach the finish line. And so you're not angry at the people that did make it. You're angry at the system almost. The idea that the mic doesn't go to the most diligent working or the people that were handed the least cards in life. It was just handed to whoever's most fit. And honestly, that's okay. That's honestly okay. We just, as human beings, have to remind ourselves that this failure is actually not failure. And that's crazy. It's a whole plot twist, right? But it's rather a setback. It's rather falling up short or coming up short. It's growth. But that's only if you allow it to be. If you allow it to stop you and let you sit on the ground longer than you need to be, then yeah, it's failure. But if you choose not to let it define you, if you choose to stand up and pursue greater things, to review the next chapter, to not close the book but turn the page, then I still think you have a fighting chance. Thank you.